Hi there, R.J. Weiss, Certified Financial Planner and founder of the Weiss to Wealth. Welcome to this video. Today we are going to look at M1 Finance. I first heard of M1 Finance back in 2018, and they've really gone through a lot of changes since then as I record this video in 2021. So we wrote a review back of M1 Finance in 2018 on the site, and they were just kind of well known for their free trades then. But today, there is really a lot they have to offer, from banking to loans and a credit card. We're going to take a look at all of the above in this video. Let's dive in. So let's kick things off on the investing side. I think that's what M1 Finance is most well known for and what you probably came here for. M1 Finance is most well known for offering free trades. They also offer the chance to open a Roth traditional and a brokerage account. So this is something that still a lot of these investment apps don't do. They don't allow you to open an IRA. And for many reasons, which I'll link to in the video below, IRAs are a great place to start. You're going to save a lot of money on taxes. You can't really talk about M1 Finance though, unless you really talk about their pie strategy. And this is what really separates M1 Finance from a lot of other apps out there. So with M1 Finance pies, really all they are is just an asset allocation. And what M1 Finance does is they give you complete control over this asset allocation, or they even have these pre-made portfolios for you. So if you want complete control, what you can do is select a custom pie. And what a custom pie allows you to do is choose your asset allocation and easily manage that asset allocation over time. So use an example here. Let's say you wanted to go with a 3-fund portfolio. So the 3-fund portfolio is a classic investment strategy that consists of 60% total stock market fund in the US, 20% total world stock market fund, and then the 20% bonds, and that's the total US bond fund. But nonetheless, managing that is not that easy. With M1 Finance custom pies, it does become a lot easier, and this is where the custom pies are really nice. So next are expert pies, and this is where I think M1 Finance really shines, because what's unique about an expert pie is they have no asset under management fees. And if you look at some of the expert pies they have to offer, they really resembles a robo-advisor. So you're getting almost a robo-advisor type portfolio without paying the fees. So this is a pretty good value for the investor. So if you look at specifically, and what I think really stands out among these expert pies is the target date retirement funds. I really like what they have to offer in this, and I've done some analysis on a review, and the conservative portfolio has even outperformed for the last 5 years as I record this video the Vanguard's 2050 retirement fund. So looking at the same target retirement funds in both M1 Finance and in Vanguard, M1 Finance did better. Time will tell if in the end those will outperform the others, but if you look at what Wealthfront and Betterment are doing, they're taking a little more advanced approach than what Vanguard has done. And I feel like M1 Finance is really going more the advanced route, robo-advisor route with these target date funds. What else you'll find in the expert fund side are different types of objectives or different types of ways to invest that might interest some people. So you have social responsible investing expert pies. You have just general investing expert pies. And then there are even pies that follow certain hedge fund strategies that are publicly available. They really have a lot to offer in these pie category. And for 0% asset under management fees, it's really a good value for investors. So one of the things we haven't discussed yet is M1 Plus. So this is a premium subscription you can optionally pay to M1, and you do get a couple more features added in to all of the umbrella of accounts that are available with M1 Plus. But we're going to cover specifically what's on the investment side. So first, you have the ability to create custodial accounts. So those are accounts for minors. So if you're a parent and wanted to create an investment account for your kids to start investing in, that's something you can do. Another thing that the M1 Plus has to offer on the investment side, and this is for people who like to trade individual stocks, ETFs, or mostly day trade, that is they open up the morning and afternoon trading windows. And last but not least, there are smart transfers. So what smart transfers allow you to do is, you have your M1 checking account, which we'll get into a little bit later, but they could say you have a threshold of, say, $5,000. Every time your account gets over $5,000, you can set that to make a smart transfer to your investment account. So what it really does is decreases the amount of unused cash flow that you have. So, a good strategy would be if your goal is to have a 3-month emergency fund, you can kind of mark that 3-month emergency fund at, say, $12,000, and anything above $12,000 in your checking account with M1 will go towards investing. So overall, on the investment side, what I really like is they really give you what a robo-advisor has to offer, but you pay 0% asset under management fees for these services. So there's a lot to like there. As a financial planner myself, I'm not crazy about the individual stock trades. That adds little value to myself, nor am I crazy about the hedge fund follower strategies. I would be concerned people would put their entire portfolio in that amount and risk it. But overall, there's different areas on the investment side that I personally really like and really find valuable. So let's start diving into some of these other features that M1 has to offer. Like I said, it's a lot more than just investing. So right now, one of the most popular is the M1 Spend account. So this is a checking account along with a debit card, FDIC insured, that M1 offers. And really, this is good for people who move a lot of money, I should say frequency between their checking account and their investment account. So say that you like making daily or weekly withdrawals from your checking account to your investment account. This is where having the checking account and investment account at one place that allows for instantaneous transfers really can help, so you're not waiting 3 days every time you want to make a investment. So like all things, there are 2 versions of this checking account. Version 1 is the M1 Standard account. So this is just a nice option if really all you're looking for is the ability to transfer money quickly within your M1 investing account. If you want some more features, you can subscribe to M1 Plus. What you get there are up to 4 ATM reimbursements every month, 0% international transaction fees on the debit card purchases, and you get the ability to send paper checks within the M1 app. While we touched on this on the investment side, what M1 Spend Plus account allows you to do is take advantage of the Smart Transfer program as well. So now let's take a look at M1 Borrow. So M1 Borrow is really a unique feature that M1 has. A lot of other brokers don't offer right now, but it's really what you can do is take a margin loan against the taxable account that you have. So you can't take a margin loan off your IRA that you would have with M1, but you can take a margin loan off of the taxable amount. So what M1 Borrow allows you to do is borrow up to 35% of the value that's in your taxable account and do so at a rate of 3.5% interest. If you are M1 Plus customer, you get a 2% interest rate. There are obviously a lot of pros and cons to margin loans. So if your balance, if your taxable portfolio were to drop, you can actually have a margin call, which means you have to put cash in that account or sell the investment. If you're selling at a downturn and prices are way down and you're selling because you borrowed money, you could really get behind. But on the other hand, there is something to having cash available at 2%, at 3.5%, that is pretty comforting. Say you wanted to buy a car and you found that paying in cash is going to get you the best deal. In those situations, having a margin account is a nice loan, especially when, say you were going to take out a loan at 6%, but now you can do so at 3.5% or 2% for M1 Plus customers. So, honestly, I wish more investment providers would do this, although I just want to, make sure to encourage responsible borrowing. This shouldn't be kind of, fund that you take out and spend. It really is a more sensible way. The goal would be to have this be a lower interest borrowing strategy than other alternatives out there, because you have some collateral with M1 in the fact that you have your investments there. So on that front, it's really an advantage. However, obviously, use responsibly. Let's take a look at M1's latest offering, and this is their own credit card. So really, in an effort to become a full suite, of financial services, M1 just came out with this credit card. It is available right now, so I'm recording this in October of 2021, to M1 Plus members only. So there is, no necessarily credit card fee, but you do have to pay that M1 Plus subscription. So there's two kind of unique benefits. So first, you can get up to 10% cash back on companies that you invest in. This includes a company like Tesla. You can get 10% back on Wayfair. Last time I checked, it was 2% back on Amazon. So even if you had $10 in your account in Tesla, as you can buy fractional shares, you can then get 10% back if you had to pay Tesla car payments. Beyond the cash back on companies you invest in, the credit card then earns 1.5% cash back everywhere else. So that's a decent rate. It's not the best you can get on the market, but it's overall a solid 1.5% return on everything you spent. And what you can do, which I really like about it, is automatically invest the cash back that you received into the market. So if you're someone who just typically piles up points and doesn't know what to do with them, having the ability to automatically reinvest these cashback rewards in the market is definitely a nice thing. We've now covered everything M1 Finance has to offer. Like I've mentioned throughout this video, a lot of people are interested in the investing side. And like I'll say again, I really love what they have to offer on the target date retirement funds. They don't have as many bells and whistles as robo-advisors such as Wealthfront and Betterment do. But a lot of those bells and whistles come on the taxable account side. So if you're looking to just start an IRA, either a Roth or traditional, that's where I feel like M1 Finance and target date retirement funds have the most value. If you enjoyed this video, of course, if you could hit the like button, that would help us a lot. And if you've tried M1 Finance and have experienced it on your own, let us know by leaving a comment below. Thank you and have a great day.